Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Kittle is the man in motion. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a tough 3rd and 15 in front of them. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. Get set, get set. What's up? Can't. Yellow. Stop. On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Yellow.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard's very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Moving left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. 14 yards on that fourth down conversion.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 20.
On play action, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end likely downfield. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns. So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here comes a return from the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Hufford very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. They'll go with Purdy. He's going to dial up another deep ball. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this one all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco.
I'll tell you what, Mike, there's being aggressive on 4th down, and then there's being really aggressive on 4th down. They weren't just trying to get an inch past the sticks. They were going for broke, but hey, when you have trust in your quarterback and your downfield weapons, I don't blame them.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. Whoa! And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30.
30-yard line.
No three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit high. Sit high.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Jackson hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Jackson up top again. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Second and 10. Again, it's Jackson.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially...
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back. Let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Kittle is the man in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic, there hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Outside. 118. Watch out. Yellow. 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 Yellow.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Headed left. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. That's the big man out of Georgia, John Jenkins. In for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And now it's fourth down. They're indeed going for this. It's Purdy. Airing one out for Bourne. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, down inside the 25-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
We changed it.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got another one. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Get set. Get set.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
18. Go. Go.
To throw, Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken just shy of the goal line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's McCaffrey. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Teddy Buchanan is there on the tackle. 3rd down. Way to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. 1st down and more to the 45. And he is out of bounds. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st down.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. A big hole. And he'll take this one in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
They'll let McCaffrey try to run it. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line, maybe a little winded after that long touchdown run. In any event, the try for 2 failed. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. Into space at the 45. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 29. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around.
And this defense, they've been searching for a splash play, and they got a big one here. Great job separating the man from the ball on the sack. And now it's up to their offense. Can they take advantage of this sudden change situation?
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That was good for a dozen. A very quick 1st down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns. Not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
At the 19-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And it's going to be intercepted. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. Purdy. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just a pick 6, but add on a 2-point conversion.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jackson out of the pistol. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Jackson now on second down. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he will go all the way. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
This will be taken in at the 2. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On second down, it's McCaffrey. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Malachi starts there for the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Short, here's Purdy. Moving to his right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Purdy. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down. In the pistol, Jackson ready. Pushed out to his left. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Jackson. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. He gets free. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
He'll try for it with the fullback. And he will pull his way in for the 2 points.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, here's Jackson. A throw on the move is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And the Baltimore first down.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
That's to the tight end, Charlie Pollard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on 4th down. Jackson up top again. That is caught. What a throw. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
49ers 28. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. And he's got it at the 1. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the give, it's McCaffrey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8.
18! Watch out! Yellow. Yellow.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yellow.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
Well, you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Yellow. Yellow.
On second down, Purdy. That is caught at the 3. And he is out of bounds. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
First and goal.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Leads to second and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
Yellow.
On second down, Purdy. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Yellow.
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Yellow. 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 Yellow.
On the bootleg, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. And this is going to stay a 2-possession game.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes Mitchell from his end zone. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Here comes second down. Here's McCaffrey. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock and stop, 35 seconds to go. Work to do, the crowd helping the defense. Third down and 9. Now McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey on
The Niners will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter. Will they bring the heat for 4th and 6?
Get set. IT, watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Guys, you got this. It's win. Yellow. 21.
Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. A first down throw for Jackson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point.
He'll drop to throw. This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
52. 49ers.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They'll return this from the 10. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over first down team at their own 27-yard line.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot, well, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, all I need to know, yeah, is that your man? Yeah, 'cause if it isn't, yeah, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said, I have a proposition. Every red they want to take me home tonight. I said, what's that? And she said, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. So I sung how I wore when it came hard to breathe. Hit the focus to make sure I hit the notes. And let's palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But she began to flow. That's your man, hey, 'cause if it isn't, I'ma break my very best for you tonight. Now she say I'm a magician, and if you're ready, they want to take me home tonight. It's quite alright. Yeah, she say, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. I'm in love, yeah, is it obvious?
cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa. And all them other cats you run with, get done with, done quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Alright, they gonna click. Now I'm 1-1. All over some dump. Ain't that some? It's the mommy of club. 'Cause every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright? Slim, so watch what you